Hi, today I'm a little excited because my joggle stamps and my joggle stencil came in. We're also going to use plants in our video today. First, I think I'll start with some alizarin crimson hue Liquitex. You can really use whatever paint you feel. Make sure you have your sprayer off sheet handy. Okay, I'm just going to use some tissue paper to pull this and use this as our first layer. This is hobby tissue paper, so it's more durable than what I usually use. It was bought at Walmart. Got my little bear in here. We don't need to pull the whole thing. We're not worried about that. We're just getting our bases down. Let me set that off to the side. Okay, we'll do another one with that same color since it's already on the plate. And I'm experimenting now because I never know whether I should put this color on first. I think so because this is the transparent hue. And then put my light olive over it. So if it doesn't work this way, we'll do it the other. For other colors today, we will be doing the Liquitex Light Olive Green, Medium Heavy Bodied Iridescent Copper, the Medium again Iridescent Gold, and Metallic Purple, all in the medium line. But you can use whatever you have, whatever colors you have. I'm going to pull another base sheet. Didn't exactly get that on there all the way, but that's okay. It will work. Okay, and we're going to leave this because we do want to pick up all the paint from the plate. So on the other plate, I'm going to put the Liquitex Basic Light Olive Green on, and we're going to use our stencil. Love this color. Okay, now we're going to put that down and we're going to pick it up with the piece we just made. And hopefully this will work. If not, it's in the wrong order. And we will do it different the next time. Be sure you're smoothing in and getting into each piece of the stencil so you pick up as much paint as you can. Okay, now we're going to pull the print from this side. And again, if you don't like the little bits of paint that's left behind, you can just clean it with a wash wipe. But I like it left. I like that little bit of extra it gives. I want to clean out this a little better, so I will put it back down. And yes, I do like the way this came out. Loving the stencil already. Now we're going to pull this and we're going to pick it up on the piece we just did. And let's get our bearing over and use that to smooth it all on, make sure it's going to pick up all that paint. Now for the next one, we are going to add some plants. We're going to do some plants on this. So I'm going to use the alizarin crimson first. I've been so excited about using these stencils. When I get more money, I think I might grab some more because I do like their stencils. But again, I still use mostly a lot of homemade, well, not really even made. I've got my cardboard here. I use that to make marks. My bottle tops. You know, I use a lot of stuff from home. So now we're going to place the stencil down. And again, pulling it up with the tissue paper. I can get just one piece. Pressing it down, making sure to get all the little marks. Getting all those little creases. God, I want to make sure my fan stays on because I do not have the air conditioner on. Which is a first. But it's a little bit cooler today. Okay, so now we're going to come back to our other and we will pull and again, another interesting print that we will come back through and put another layer of something on. Okay, let's, a little here I want to remove. Okay. Love this design. Okay, now we're going to turn and just put our next layer right over top of this. And I think I'm going to go with a gold on this, but let's get some purple down on. Let's get some of our metallic purple going on our other plate. If you don't have two plates, it's okay. You just have to wait. I'm fortunate enough to have two. Well, actually, I have a 6x6, I believe. Okay, now again, we're just going to do our base on this. Again, still just using the tissue paper. In fact, all of today's will be done on tissue paper, I believe. Okay, now let's check this, make sure it's dry. And I said we were going to top this with a gold. Usually it takes 5 minutes or so to dry your print before you pull it, if you want to make sure it's thoroughly dry. It depends on the weather, you know, your humidity and stuff, the cold and heat. It also makes a difference the kind of paint. If I was using a fluid paint, it would take longer. But today I'm usually using mostly heavy bodied, so it dries rather quickly. Okay, now we're gonna grab a piece of tissue paper to pull this. And because I didn't quite get it all the way, I will just rub that on the side of that print. Use my little Baron here to make sure it's down well. And go over this and we'll pull the print. This one has some from that was left over on the plate, but that's fine. We will add to that. Let's add some, I think we're gonna grab my black up here. Where'd my black go? No, I left it out. Well, we'll use the Mars black. Not a lot in there, but we should be able to squeeze some out. Because I want to do some stamps. If you don't have a fan, I've seen people use blow dryers. I would recommend the cool setting because I do not know exactly how the heat will affect your gel plate. This one I think I'm going to use some plants and we'll do both some leaves and some of the stamping. We'll stamp the edges. Okay, and we'll use, I don't know remember what this stamp is called or who made it, but I know it's a joggles stamp, so you can find it on Joggles. I'm going to bring my other paper back down. I'm going to stamp that off on there, see if I can make some marks. Getting a little, not a lot. My paint's drying so fast. Now I gotta grab a piece of tissue paper. This should leave some really neat impressions. See that? I like how that came out. The stamp really, you know, adds a little extra to it. Gives you some more texture. So while that dries, I'm gonna take and pull our print from this plate. We've left a lot of gold, so it must have been but you do get the shine from it. But you know, it must have been a little too dry when we did that, but I think I'm gonna do that on this maybe. Let's add some, let's pick this up with some unbleached titanium. I always say I'm only going to use these colors and I use something else. Hope you caught my video. It wasn't, you know, my editing still needs a lot of help. But Mia's back behind the scenes. So hopefully she'll be able to edit this video and get you something of better quality out. But I wanted to get something out because, and I'm going to use this to make some more markings. Yeah, see, that print came out better. If you can see where that came through. Now we're going to pick this up with another sheet of tissue paper. And while we got this one sitting, while this one's drying, we'll add something to the other plate. I think we're going to go with a purple. Get some metallic purple on there. It's going to pick up all that nice stuff that was left on the plate from the other prints. Plus pick up what we put down on this one. And instead of that one, I think we will try our other stamp. Don't know what this is called, but it's cute and should make some interesting prints. And we'll bring back down this paper and put some more marks on it. Just give it a little more definition, more texture. And if you don't like it, you can go over it and change it. We got room for another stamp here. May as well use all that good paint. I think I'm gonna pick it up on this one. Why not? And again, you can try to line it up the best you can, or you could always make or buy one of those tools that look like an L that help you line up your page. Now we're going to smooth this Baron over our paper, and then we'll see what we got. Did leave a lot on the plate, so I probably could have left it longer. But you can see the leaves through the other stamps. Okay, we'll set that one up there to dry. Okay, and I think we're gonna go with some of the light olive green to pull this. Get all that grunge off the plate. And of course I got too much, so let me switch my brayer off sheet. Too much paint on the plate, so it's just gonna brayer some off. Okay, and this time I'm going to use these plants I got from my neighbor's yard. They grow all over the sidewalk. He has a ton of them. But I love the marks they make. I was afraid he'd mowed them all off, but nope, I was in luck. He left some. Well, let's lay them all on there. And with a pick, it says tissue paper, we're gonna press that in and pick that up. I'm gonna turn my fan back on so this print can dry. Make sure you use your fingers to get in all those little spots so you get a really nice print. I was trying to decide, do I want to pull these off and get that print too? But then I'm like, maybe I'll pull off some and leave some. We'll leave the big one in the center and pull the little ones. Little bit of both on there. Okay, now let's peek with this and see if it's ready to come off. Oops, starting to tear, which will happen if you don't let your paint dry all the way. I don't know why I sounded that way. I make a lot of sound effects. People know, they know me, they know I'm known for my sound effects.
I know very well.
Hear my granddaughter saying she knows. And there, I like the bronze on the purple. It's very interesting how it came out. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside. And I'm gonna pick this up with, I'm gonna pick it up with some copper and some gold. Probably too much copper, it came out a little fast. And again, brayering off that extra paint I did not need. And your brayer off sheets, they will make interesting collages too. You can add some stamps. Now this one I think I'll put the stencil on. And let's pick this up with, yeah, we'll use some card paper. I got some cardstock I'm going to pick it up with. I think I'll use black cardstock. Just because I think the gold and stuff will look nice on the black. I'm using my fingers to get down in to try to pick up as much paint as I can out of those little holes. Oh, I can also probably pull this print. Pull that, pick the little piece of my little fern thing off there. Go back to brayering this. Baroning, not brayering. Again, I say it wrong all the time. I know what they are, I really do. I'm gonna start calling them my gadget, my thingamajig. Okay, I'm gonna peek and see how much this is picked up. And I'm happy with that. And see, I knew it would look neat on the black. Okay, now we're gonna pull the stencil. And well, this one's pretty much dry. Not quite, but almost. We'll decide on what we're gonna do. I think we'll pick it up with the purple. Again, paper in my fan. Little pieces of tissue paper get caught on my fan and make that noise. Okay, I think we'll pick this up with, now let's use the alizarin crimson. Getting tangled in my ferns. I don't even know if they're ferns. They look like fine little ferns. They give me fern vibes. I know they're not like my ferns, but I don't know what they exactly are, so to me they'll be ferns. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up on my tissue paper. And you will notice this tissue paper is much stronger than the tissue paper I've been working with. And you can get it really cheap. Paid $1 at Walmart yesterday in the craft section. I think I'm gonna pick this up with black. Mostly because I want some black, use the black with some stamps on another page. And if you use short and lift up your brayer, I find it works much better than if you try to roll back and forth. Just lift it up and do short little bursts. This is the one I want to put the black stamps on. Where did I put my stamps? Right here. I think this one has to be my new favorite stamp. Okay, now we're gonna pick this up with our tissue paper. Don't worry about the wrinkles. I mean, you get it on there as smooth as you can. If you get some wrinkles, it just gives it more personality. Little texture never hurt anything. Okay, let's peek on this. And you can see where I tore my paper, but that's okay. I'll keep this little strip. It'll go in a collage somewhere. Make a little interesting detail. Okay, the copper doesn't show up so much on that color as the gold does, but it still came out nice. You could always go back through and stamp on it later if that's what you choose. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to stamp on this? No, I think I want to go in with the alizarin crimson and the stencil. I also think I'm going to use my cardboard to make some marks. Just a little more of this. Just because I have my fan going on the one and it's drying out the paint on this. And I want it to be wet enough for me to do a couple processes on it. Boy, did I struggle with the word processes. Okay, I'm just going to take my cardboard and bring it in and make some marks going each way. Now this cardboard was intentionally left with some pieces to give it that organic look. Now we're going to bring this piece back in. Oh, almost forgot my stencil. We're going to put my stencil back over. And then we're going to put it over. pressing carefully to get all the little spaces. You want to pick up as much of that paint from those spaces as you can. And you can kind of see because it is tissue paper. And you can rub it a little harder because it's not the gift paper, it's hobby paper, which is more of a wet strength. Nope, I still see spots I want a little more paint taken out of. I mean, you can go back in if you see a spot like up here. I used the little part that I didn't do, and I'll clean that spot with that. There's a little space. You can just go through with it. Tissue paper, deli paper. This kind of paper is really good for that because it is so flexible. It'll get right in all those little places. Okay, now we're gonna put this on that. We'll let that dry. See how this one's coming? So you get some more interest by putting the stamp in instead of just getting the leaf. You can use this part of this thing, you can use a piece with it all in it, you can use the whole thing. Gives you more choices what to do, where if this was just a plain black section, it wouldn't be so interesting. Trying to decide, should I stamp this one too? Yeah. Well, we already did that, so maybe we'll put... it's decisions. Don't laugh at me, Mia. I'll have an idea, and then I'm like, oh, I want to shift gears and do something different. I was thinking of stamping it, but then I did go through with the cardboard and stamp on it. So instead, I think that what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use some leaves. I'm going to use some leaves. Let's see here. I went and picked a bunch of leaves. Scoured the neighborhood. Any more leaves? Maybe one. Let's use this leaf. Now we're going to use wet straight tissue paper again to pick it up. Rub your leaf well. You want to leave all those prints on the page. You don't want to leave anything behind. Oh, she's hilarious. She's got the joke. Okay, now I think we'll go. Let's do a purple print. says she don't like to be on camera, but I think she does. She's back there with her little jokes in the background.
Oh, I'm bored.
Okay, let's use our stamps. Now we're gonna push our stamp down on, because why not?
What was that?
It was me saying why not. I don't know why that's so funny, but apparently it is. Okay. Now I'm gonna let this dry while we pick this up. I still see some green here I don't want, so let me rub it a little more. Yeah, this came out very interesting. You can put it on a collage over top of something so you will see the pattern through, because when this dries, this is going to dry clear, so you will see through. You'll see the pattern below it. Not that you can see it well through the camera, but you'll be able to see it, so it'll be quite an interesting print. Okay, now we're going to pull off all our leaves. No leaf left behind. And I actually think I'm just going to come right in and hopefully my paint will be wet enough to pick that up on this. We're going to use our Baron, smooth it over, take a peek. Yeah, that'll make an interesting print. It'll give the print more interest. And that one's still got to dry. You know, now that I'm thinking, let's just experiment. Let's take this. We got this clear center. We're not going to pull all the paint. We're just going to pull some of the paint. Just add some character. Okay, so it didn't turn out quite as nice as I thought. Worked better in my head, but maybe we'll pull some more purple, and that'll work. We can always add another color over it, now that I don't like it. But hey, the only way to know is to experiment. Okay, this is still on the plate, so we'll pick this one up with, let's use the copper. I like the copper. Copper and purple I really like together. Copper and red will go together too, but I'm not getting it out. I committed to these colors and I'm sticking with them. I don't generally work with two plates. I usually just work with the one. But because I'm not good at fast forward and all that, I don't know how to do that yet. Hopefully Mia will figure it out.
Maybe.
I will continue working with two plates. What the heck? Let's give this one another layer of texture. We'll pull this piece back down here and stamp on this. Okay, and see, we're getting another layer. This one might need something bright, something light. Maybe a white or a yellow later. Another day. Okay, now we're gonna pull this plate, this print, not the plate. We're gonna pull it from the plate. And okay, we're leaving a lot of it behind. A lot of this paint wasn't quite wet enough. But we are picking up some. I do like how it made the leaves. So I can see using those sections, maybe stamping or something else over the rest. Okay, now I think I'll just put some unbleached Titanic on to pull that all that gunk off the plate, because even the grungy stuff makes interesting enough prints that you can stamp over them, use them as is, and why waste that extra paint? I mean, sprayer off sheets will be used. I wanted something lighter on this. Let's go ahead and do it. Doesn't hurt. Yes, the lighter is bringing more interest to this. Giving us some interesting texture. Let's see here if I can get this kind of back down the way I had it on here, because I didn't really get the center in there. Yes, that's definitely much better. It's not so dark. Kind of like it now. Getting collage ideas already. Okay, we already got purple on that. We're gonna pull it with the unbleached titanium. And that is how I end up with paint on my arms. I clearly touch other things that have paint on it. I could spend 20 minutes painting and 2 hours cleaning up. A little piece of something there. Gonna use my joggle stencil one more time on this. Okay, and I'm gonna lift it with, what do I want to lift it on? This one. See, I like how that came out. Now let's pull the ghost. don't think that's wet enough to pull, so I think I'm gonna have to put another coat on that. So we'll pull this with, I don't think I have anything else on there. Oh, this was just the grunge. So we'll pull this one with the purple. And we'll let this one be our final print. Don't want Mia to have too much editing to do. Or do we? Starting to regret saying you were spending the night.
No.
Now you love me.
Det var märkligt.
Okay, now we'll use a piece of tissue paper. Use our Baron to smooth it all on. Now what colors do we have on this? I couldn't remember. Oh. Just trying to think which is going to show up. I think we'll do the olive green. Gotta make sure we get this on there good. Get through all those layers of paint that I got stuck on there. If not, I'll have a grungy plate the next session, which is fine. Some days that's all I do is do grungy. I intentionally make grunge. So if you're interested in Gelli plate painting, any of that stuff, I ask you to like and subscribe. And we will get more videos out. And today, again, we used this joggles stamp, which I have no clue what it was called. This one I think might have been called Asterix. I'm not positive, but I think this one's Asterix. This one I believe is Whirligig stencil. But you can find them on joggles. They have a lot of nice stuff. I mean, it can be a bit pricey compared to some places, but so if you need to make your own stencils, you can. Okay, let's check this print. Yeah, we're still gonna leave some grunge. This has all the little grungy bits left from before. Turned out really quite interesting. We can do a little review of what we did today while that one's drying. Our bright shiny page. Our new stencil. Playing with stencils and stamps. This is one of my favorites. I really didn't like it, but now I like it. I don't know why. I like this too. I like how that came out. I like the stamps on this. Thinking maybe I should do a stencil over it, but we'll see. I like portions of this. I like the portions where the stuff was still stuck on the plate and how it came out. This one came out pretty. This one loved the metallics on the black. And so let's pull our final print. Somehow I don't think we're gonna pick up everything. Nope, my paint was too dry underneath and not enough wet on top. So we ended up with that. So we'll just take our stamp and go over it and stamp it and turn it into something nice. But so, that's our video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, like and subscribe and see you next time.